guys, my name is Alana and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be comparing two bags from the Jacquemus collection. One being a new bag that is part of his new collection, and then another bag that is one of the Jacquemus classics. Also, be sure to stay right till the end where I tell you which bag I would decide to get if I could only get just one. The two bags we are going to be comparing today is the new Le Bambimou and a classic Le Bambino Long. In terms of price point, Le Bambimou retails for $1,145 in USD and $1,465 in Canadian dollars. As for the Le Bambino Long, this retails for $950 in USD and $1,220 in Canadian. Let's get into the Le Bambimou. When you open it here, as I said, it has the magnetic closure, and I do want us to note the mobility when you're opening the bag. It is no problem to open this all the way so that you're able to get into this bag without any trouble. Then when you get inside, you can see that this can actually fit quite a bit. It stretches even here so I can put it in, and because it's not structured really whatsoever, you really can maneuver your items inside of the bag so that it fits to whatever way that you can fit all of your items. There is a slot on the inside of the bag here as well, which is nice to give a little pocket for any essentials that you want easy access to. But you are able to, again, move this bag around quite a bit to make sure your necessities fit nicely. Now, in comparison to the Bambino Long, one thing I really want to take note of when we open this bag is that because it is so structured, you can see that it does not open all the way. So getting into this bag can be quite a bit more difficult than with the other bag. Now, I have the strap in here as well, so I will take that out. But when you look inside of the bag, and again, as you see, I cannot open this the full way, that is much more structured. So the space that you get inside is definitely not the same as the other bag. I would say maybe you get 2/3 of the space in this bag in comparison to the Le Bambimou. So that is something to keep in mind. However, inside you do still have the inner pocket slot as well. And then as I mentioned before, you still have the outer slot pocket. That's also something to note. In terms of color options for the bag, if you go for the Le Bambino Long, you will have a few more options. And one of the things that a lot of people love about Jacquemus is that their bags come in so many different colors. Because Le Bambimou is newer, it was only released with a couple colors. So I'll show you on the screen some options that you have. Another thing that the Bambino Long comes with that the Le Bambimou does not is, as you can see, this bag is in suede. So you can get this in the smooth leather, however, the one I've chosen is in the suede. As of right now, the other bag does not come in suede. Now, of course, part of that is due to the way that the bag is structured and because it has that puffer effect to it. But if that is something that you prefer, a suede bag, then you're only going to get this in the Bambino Long bag here. Something to keep in mind though, if you do like the suede, is that if your hands are greasy at all or if it's around any type of liquid or grease, the bag is much more impressionable in that way. So you have to be really careful with the transfer on this because you will be able to see a lot on the suede. And then in particular, this is a light color too. So if there was a spill or something like that, of course, this bag, it would be a lot more noticeable in comparison to the material of the other bag. Now, going back to this bag here, this comes in the padded lambskin. So this also, I have some concerns potentially about the wear and tear. At this point, I haven't had any scratches or anything like that. However, I can't say that I've actually taken this out to use it just yet. But when it comes to lambskin in general, this is something that is very soft to the touch, of course, and then known to be not as durable as a grained leather. But I will say, when I open it completely, I don't have any issues with there being impressions on the leather, so that is good. We will see how this holds up in comparison. But because of the color that I selected for this bag, I do feel a little better in terms of if I touch it, there's not going to be any transfer, or even when I'm wearing different clothes. Not to say that I would wear this to rub against jean or anything, but I would be a little less worried about the transfer of any of my clothes coming off onto this bag. And I do know with some of the suede, even if you have maybe like just touched your hair and then touched the bag, you might notice a bit of a like fingerprint, very slightly. But when it comes to this, because it's the smooth leather, you're not really going to notice any of that. And anything that does come on here in terms of like your fingers or something to the touch, it would be easier to wipe off. So that is something that is a plus. However, depending on the color you get as well, is something to keep in mind. Now, perhaps the most important part when comparing two bags is the wearability and versatility. So starting off with the Le Bambino Long, this comes with a shoulder strap here, and it's linked with the beautiful gold hardware here. When you look at it, because it has the T interlocking into the loop, you might think that you could take that out to wear it just as a clutch. Now, you can wear this just as a clutch, but just a heads up, I have not been able to take this out of the loop, so I don't actually think that this is meant to come off. Also, because I feel it's not meant to come off, you won't be able to add a longer strap to this if you were hoping to do a crossbody look. So I would say the only ways that you can wear this clutch is like a shoulder bag, and then if you were to tuck in the strap, opening it here, then you can also use it as a clutch, which is very cute. But this also makes me think that this is more than perhaps like an evening bag or a special occasions bag. Unless you feel comfortable going to the mall or running your errands with a shoulder bag, for me, I think this is more for the evening time, especially if you wanted to hold it as a clutch as well. Now, looking at the Le Bambimou, this is definitely more versatile. So it comes with a crossbody strap as well as a shoulder strap. So what I have attached right now is the shoulder strap, and I would say it appears to be the same length as the Bambino Long. And there's two loops on the side here, so you can actually keep both straps on at the same time if you choose to. So this really makes it convenient if you are, for example, taking this bag from day to night time, then you can choose which strap that you want to have with it. As well, these can unclip, no problem, they're certainly meant to, and then you can carry it as a clutch as well if that's how you prefer to use it. So I would say that this bag is more versatile in compared to the Bambino Long, simply because you have several different straps that you can use. You can choose which ones you want on or off, or you can have all of the straps on at once, so you can choose how you want to wear it as the day goes on. I will also show what it looks like to use it as a clutch. You can tuck it in here, but again, because you have the adjustable straps that come on and off, then you would probably just take it off completely to wear it as a clutch as well. Something really great about these two bags that I really like is that they both have magnetic closure. However, with the Bambino Long, the magnetic closure is actually at the tip right here. So it connects down below. And when you look at it in comparison to this one, the magnetic closure is actually on the flap, not this piece here. So it's still down below, but this piece is kind of left sticking out on the side a little bit more in comparison to when you have the Bambino Long. It sits quite flush with the bag. Another thing I enjoy about both of these bags is that they both have the beautiful gold hardware, which is used for the sides of the bags as well as the front logo. And I think this just works as a beautiful contrast to any of the colors that Jacquemus has in their collection. Also for myself, I tend to prefer gold hardware on bags as well, so I think this looks really beautiful. For my final choice on if I could only get one of these bags, which one would it be? I would say my final choice would be the Le Bambino Long, because I feel this has a beautiful structure to it and it's a classic shape that will probably never go out of style. I also like that this comes in so many colors and there really is a color and leather type for everyone, being that it comes in a suede as well as the smooth leather as well. Now, of course, we're going to give honorary mentions though to our Le Bambimou. This is a really trendy bag right now, and if you're someone who likes to change up your bags depending on what's in style, this is something that is really popular in 2023 thus far, and I think is still a really great option from a really great contemporary designer as well. If you found that you were interested in the Le Bambimou bag, then I'll leave a link up here to an in-depth review that I did on the bag. Now, I would like to know, which bag would you prefer to choose if you could only choose one of these two bags? Let me know down below in the comments which bag you prefer. Also, if you're interested in the Le Bambino Long more than the Le Bambimou, I'm also happy to do a review on that too, so let me know if you would like to see something like that in the future. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below so you can join the community. And I'll see you in the next one.